What is up, guys? Welcome to Kat&Kerri.
Kerri&Kat, where today we will be bringing a video that we were actually having a conversation about, and it segued us into wanting to bring it to the video.
Right, we wanted to talk to you guys about it. What you at?
Where you at with it?
What you think?
We were having an adult, a conversation that is of an adult nature.
Right.
Particularly speaking about sexual preferences.
Yeah.
Not necessarily gender-wise, but just your preference.
Right.
So, did you want to start this off?
Because, listen, earlier I had mentioned in a few videos back or so that I had mentioned that I am transitioning from being married for 17 years to now being a widow of now 3 years. And my initial stance on it was I'm going to be celibate, right? But after, and my man, I'm still gonna be celibate, but I am thinking about first. I'm thinking about first relationships, and I'm like, ooh, you know, the thing about it is, I don't really want to be in a relationship. I want, and then I said, because let me say what I said. So then I said, I want a prisoner. You know what I'm saying? And when I said it, she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, because I want somebody in my man. I want somebody, and I'm going to say it with pride. So get ready. Here we go. I'm going to say it with pride. I am not stuttering. I want somebody newly released from jail.
Yeah, so about that. I misunderstood what she was saying initially. I'm not even going to, yeah, so with that said,
I was like,
I thought she was talking basically like BDSM type prisoner, like type, yeah.
Right.
So we were having the same conversation, but different conversation.
Right. So, because in my generation, I guess it's my generation, or maybe not, because she technically is in my generation, but it used to be a rumor or a thought in your man, when men get out of jail, they be woo, woo, woo.
Now they be woo, woo. Just saying. Just saying.
Or they probably was before, but they just didn't come out like, yeah, I'm tired and this it. But
now they will come out.
Right, like, this is my new lifestyle.
Feel me, love me.
But I'm 40 and above, so I think they still fake the fuck. Don't know. Don't want to go into. Don't want to know.
Well, what it is. But back to you wanting.
Right, but see, here's what it was boiled down to. Because you got to look into what does that come from? Why are you feeling that way? Here's where that comes from. I want to do no work. I want to do no work. I want my first experience outside of my marriage to be just. I want to do no work. I want to do no work. I don't want to.
And initially, I still think that is so funny to me. Because you can't, I told you, you don't want to do no work. You just want to lay there. That's somebody that's into necrophilia.
She said, you're somebody that's into necrophilia. Okay, so I ain't saying I don't want, I do mean it, like, I don't want to do, I don't think that I don't think that I can.
She don't want to
be all wrapped up into you in a passionate love thing. I don't think I can feel that right
But
now.
considering you haven't been with anybody since he passed away, it's like there are people who can separate the two. It can be just a physical thing, and as long as you and that person go into it, but sometimes people catch feelings.
Right.
So, are you?
I'm a feeling catcher, first of all. Okay, I don't know. Let's be honest. I don't know, because again, I was married for 17 years, and I was married for 17 years. So I didn't do all of that extra. I was married for 17 years. So
hey, she was married for 17 years.
17. So I'm before I went into marriage, I was a feeling catcher. I was in love. Yeah.
And how do you know you won't be, and you've already laid out boundaries that you don't want to, you just want guerrilla warfare.
I definitely do.
You want guerrilla warfare and you don't expect to catch feelings, because I'm going to tell you, like, I have had experiences where I am able to separate the two, and it is what it is. But you can't change the horse in the middle of the race, because if we've established that this is what it is, I check myself. I ain't finna catch feelings. Don't you either. Right. But I will say that there have been a because remember, I kept cutting old boy off. And it's like, I didn't have feelings for him, but I was fond of the intimacy that I got from him.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Oh my God. So, he's blocked. Okay. So, with that said, it's like, how do you know that you, how am I trying to say this? What safeguards are you going to have in place to ensure that you don't
catch feelings?
Yeah. Because you ain't, it's been years.
I don't have any safeguards.
So
I didn't think about safeguards. I just thought I'm going off. I don't feel like being in love. I don't feel like a relationship. I don't.
But I mean, what happens if you have that connection? You know what I'm saying?
For me, it's kind of hard to get to that connection. Like, most of the connections that I have are friends.
Surface.
Yeah. No, connections, whereas even in school, when we got into relationships, those were people that were friends first. Like, so you're going to be a friend first. So if you're not a friend right now, then most likely we're not going to be in a relationship no time. So now, an attempt at a sexual experience, that would be new for me. But I think that I can control it. I don't even know how we'll get in something like that. But I think that...
Because, I mean, there has to be something there in order for it to even lead into an intimate situation.
I don't think that these days it does. Like,
well, I mean, but at the same time, you are cut from a different cloth. You are from a different generation now. There have been too many $40 tricks that have given too many men a level of comfort that think that everybody is going to go.
Right.
That's a whole nother, I'll get into that a little bit later.
Right.
But it's, okay, so by you you're still going to have a standard for yourself, even though you wanted a prisoner. I still don't get that.
That's just where I remember that being like the conversation. Like, if you wanted to just get, what you call it?
Guerrilla warfare.
You wanted just guerrilla warfare. You got you a prisoner. You like, oh, I'm gonna get somebody out of jail. That's just something I remember my mom saying.
Need a place to stay.
Listen, I'm
your mom said that. Don't you just say it?
Yes, but it was when I was. Listen, she making this. Listen, but seriously, this is. I know seriously to this, but okay, let me say this. I'm not. I don't have a plan. It's just something that...
She just needs to get set back. So, hey, on the spot, right? Okay, so look. New channel. New adventure.
wait, I'm not going along. What are you doing?
Or not. I'm part of Kat&Kerri. So Kat won't carry the, our information will be not. I wasn't gonna set you up, but I'm just saying.
So, no information will be located below.
No, it won't. I won't put our info. Well, no, because our Facebook link and all that other stuff will be.
Listen, they do that anyway. Y'all, first of all, let's discuss. Fellas,
she single.
Like, listen, fellas, what you doing in my inbox will get you blocked.
Not blocked. Play with them. Because I'm petty. I'm on a whole different level. With all these random friend requests. Hey, boo. But anyway, all these random friend requests and stuff that I keep getting, like, who the fuck sent you?
Right. What is this about?
Who?
But and I don't know. Like I'll make a post, and it don't even be nothing sexual, right? And somebody will be in my inbox with something. Just what? Where did you get that from?
Because too many of these $40 tricks will go.
What?
They don't have a standard set for themselves, and that takes me. Remember in the video, and I wasn't supposed to be bringing him up,
right?
But remember in the video, he said that if guys want to come and smash and be about their business, that says more about me than it does them. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
Be like, because these niggas think, because, okay, on my personal Facebook page, I make a lot of inappropriate posts.
But it just be out of...
If you know me personally, you know when the people that know me aren't jumping in my inbox.
Right, because...
You know I'm playing all day.
Right.
Even though I talk $1 million worth of, I ain't going.
Right.
So for him to even say that says more about me than it does them, no, it speaks to them.
Right.
And their character, because at the end of the day, I ain't busting it wide open.
Right. But my question is it different for boys than it is for girls?
The mentality is.
Right. Because I don't think, because if we was in y'all inboxes, which
they would go. They would go. I'm a big girl. They would still, I don't even like it. They would go.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna turn down nothing. But they collar.
I don't even know what to say. And that is a conversation, like, what you doing? I heard this conversation, was it this week? I heard this conversation, I think it was this week. And Kat always talks about it too. A lot of women always talk about it. Actually, I've seen it on Facebook and a lot of things. The standard for men even getting a date these days is very different.
Oh my God.
Because like the complaint she always has is, you calling me, you saying you want to get to know me, you saying, hey, let's get together, but you won't have no plan. You know what I'm saying? And that she's not the first person who said that. Like, I don't want to spend 15 minutes on the phone with you talking about, so what you want to do? Well, what you want to do? Well, what you want to do?
I want to get off this phone.
I feel like I'm too old for that. Like, I feel like
I'm not in the 6th grade. My mama just came. If I hang up, don't call back. I'm not on that.
Right. So I'm like, you know, in my mind, dating is very different these days.
But we ain't talking about dating.
Right, and we're not supposed to be talking about dating. We're not supposed to be talking about dating.
But I mean, it all encompasses. It's all under the same umbrella.
Right, in my mind, I'm like, I was waiting for a feeling, like to feel like dating, right? But it just so happens that everybody be like, oh, it's time. It's only been 2 years.
But the thing is, nobody can tell you when it's time for you.
Right, to date. But
dates,
which are 2 totally different things. And I feel like, I know I don't want to, well, right now I feel like I don't want to get married again. Like, that's not where I'm at. I'm not in a place where I want to be married. And I'm not really in a place where I want to be in a relationship. But I am in a place where
you want a companion.
Right. You know
okay, I got you.
So I feel like that's where I am. But I'm also in this place where I'm tired. I have a lot of stuff going on. And she was explaining upstairs, and where I connected to the conversation for real was, she was like, I got a lot of stuff going on, and I want somebody else to be in control of something. Like, I don't want to be in control of that
goes back to the sex. You
right.
Be submissive.
Right. So I don't want to be the one that first of all, I grew up in a because I always say generation, but I grew up in a manner where femininity, or just, I don't have to be like, oh, I want to now. You know what I'm saying? I can toss my hair, or you know what I'm saying? You can put on a perfume, or you put on a nice little outfit,
well,
and it would be, you know what I'm saying, enough. You know what I'm saying? Now you damn near gotta wrap your. Just, I don't know.
I want to hear where this is going.
I don't know what you got to do now, and you really don't have to do anything because
these niggas are for everybody, and a lot of these females are for everybody.
Yeah, but I kind of miss the
courting,
right? You know what I'm saying? The
courting,
the chase, definitely the chase.
I'm sick of you know what you brought up, the whole. I'm trying to get to know you.
Right.
A little bit of a story time. I have a guy I've been friends with since 2014, 15, something like that. He visited me once. And you know, we hung out for about an hour. Periodically he will hit me up. Hey, I wanted to, I'm still trying to get with you, and basically expressing his interest.
Right.
However, I expressed to him, even though I understand that there's a lot of things we can't do because of COVID. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not coming to your house. You're not coming to my house. I don't want to. We can be outside but still enclosed. We could ride around. Or we could go to a park. We could do something. But what I'm not going to do is sit up in my house with you and sit up and definitely not come to your house.
Right.
And I've expressed that to him. But he keeps, I want to cook for you. Didn't I tell you I wouldn't come to your house? And he made a statement about, well, what do you want to do? I had put the ball in his court a while ago.
Right.
Make plans.
Make plans.
See, that's because that goes back to the when you were talking. It's like, court me. You claim that you're interested and you want to get to know me or whatever because you are intrigued or attracted to my personality or whatever the case may be. But you're not putting forth the effort.
Right. And I don't think they do anymore. But here's the thing. Like, I don't expect that if you're 30 and below. I can even give you 35. I technically really don't date anybody that is not older than me. Because the things that I require come from people that are older than me. Like, my mom was, I have to say this, my mom, I grew up in a generation that was way older. Because my mom was 40 when she had me. So I come from that type of background. So they're old, and my thinking is old because everybody around me was way, way older. So I wouldn't fit for a person that is my age or below. We wouldn't fit. And so I tend to date a little bit older than me. Now, because I've said that, my expectations is for you to know how to court me. You know what I'm saying? How, because
she's old fashioned.
Right, I really am, and I wonder, is there any place in this world?
We are a lost species.
I'm trying
we are extinct,
which is rare for her because she be all on the men's team all the time. You like, if you check out any of our other videos, which you should, be sure to do that. Check out our other videos. You will find that she be like, oh no,
I'm a cheerleader for the male species.
Right, she's definitely a cheerleader, but
because there are good men out there, and there are some that want to get it right, but they keep running into the female version of what we're encountering.
Yes, because that was going to be, that was going to be the conversation. The conversation was going to switch to, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so, because women ain't perfect. Like, I'm never against women, but I do realize that we are imperfect. And our expectations...
Some of y'all ain't perfect.
Right. And our expectations are they unrealistic? Because,
no, they're not.
No, I think they can't possibly be.
I'm conjuring up my hood red. Period. But they're not, I mean, the expectations are not unrealistic. I mean, yeah, they're very realistic because it's like for me, I'm simple. And I'll tell a person from the gate, I'm very simple.
Right.
I don't require, well, in the past, I didn't require a lot just express genuine interest, and it's like, just be who you say you are.
Right.
Don't give me a representative.
Right.
And not be able to follow through.
Right.
With, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, what you do to get me is what you have to do to keep me.
And that's just any woman, you know what I'm saying? What you do to get her is the same thing you have to do to keep her. That's because that's what she fed into you on. Like, this, here's the thing. Some guys who are friends know me, right? And they come at me about gardening and stuff because I do gardening. I love gardening. I have gardening. It's all of this. So when you come at me and you talk about plants or growing and the lifestyle and the food and all that, we can have this conversation. But then, you know what I'm saying, if that's how you come, don't turn around and then be like, no, I can't stand 3 months later. No, I can't.
That ain't what I'm into.
Right, I ain't into that. You know what I'm saying? You get all that garden shit. But when you came, when you came, you came at me with this. So how are you confused at me still being who I am? And it's hard to keep up with a lie. So fellas, it's hard to keep up with. You're fine, but it's hard to keep up with a lie. So it's not gonna take It's not gonna take long for that to fizzle out. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is kind of a women's show. So for women, what are we going to do with this situation? Because
I know after my last little situation, I'm calling bullshit from the gates. Because I refuse to waste another moment on somebody who cannot be, first of all, a man.
Right.
And a man of his word.
Right.
Because as a man, your word is your bond. And, you know, if you are misrepresenting, and I get it, people want to embellish about who they are.
Right.
I've always been that, again, I accept you for who you are and where you are. And you know exactly who I am from the gate, just like old boy, who, like, I will not engage in a conversation because it's like I keep explaining to you,
right?
Like, do I have to get out the damn coloring book
and
some construction paper, some glue sticks, and all? Do I have to, like, I can't.
Right.
What I will not do, again, waste time. So if I'm telling you this is what I like, this is where I'm at, I'm not about trying to smash. Let it go. Or whatever, because just because I speak of things of a sexual nature, and I do a lot, I can turn anything into something nasty. But that's just a part of my personality. Don't get my personality confused with who I really, like, my core.
Right. It shouldn't be a problem. Talking about sex for women has not always been a thing we could freely do. But now in this day and age and generation, it's something that we can freely do, and I have no problem. You know what I'm saying?
I've always been able to speak freely.
Right. I have not always been able to speak freely. But, and then you have to know me. Know, if I say something sexual to you, or even...
You're very comfortable with that person.
Right. I'm very comfortable with you.
I ain't gotta know.
Because I'm not the type that's gonna come out the bag with that. Like, because I feel like it will bring about you saying something crazy to me, and then I'm one of those sexual harassment. I believe that's a thing that exists. I know people who don't believe that's a thing, and I have an extent to that. You know what I'm saying? That's something we should probably cover, because I have an extent. I think that sexual harassment is a thing. It does happen.
Are you jumping? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Probably, but listen. Let me just put this little part in now. I feel like it's a thing, but at the same time, I get this from our conversation because we're more empowered as women now. So you should be able to, if you haven't expressed, no, I don't agree with, don't touch me like that, or don't talk to me like that, or I'm not comfortable with that, then
you should have enough control within yourself to check yourself.
Right, because some of the stuff that's coming out right now, I was like, well, you never said that's not okay. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, the Me Too mantra. Yeah.
Right, and I'm confused because I feel like it takes our power. I feel like
too many people. There are some people that are easily offended, just like when we used to work together.
Right.
How certain people, like anybody can say anything because I don't take offense to a lot of things.
Right.
It's like water off a duck's back with me. You can call me anything under the sun. You can say anything. I don't get offended unless you're somebody of another ethnicity.
Right.
Doing or saying something insulting to the black.
Right.
Blacks as a whole.
Right. That's what my problem came in.
Yeah. But anything sexual, I've always been what you would coin like the homegirl or whatever. I had supervisors that made off-color jokes.
Right.
I'm coming right back.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was waiting for because with Kat, the truth about the matter is you come crooked, she coming crooked. So you gonna give what she gonna you gonna get what you gave immediately. Don't open the door. Don't open that door with her, and then and listen. No,
I'm not gonna file sexual harassment
charges because you gonna feel like you gonna be the one to feel harassed.
Like if we're joking, I'm gonna be the one right. Like, but if they're unwarranted advances, I nipped that in the bud. There have been coworkers who have said some things or made me feel uncomfortable personally.
Right.
And hey, right. This ain't that.
Right. And I'm
gonna let you know.
Right. And I think we have to be comfortable with our voices. Like we have to be able to be comfortable with who we are and what needs to be said. You know what I'm saying? I think sexual harassment is a thing. I'm not saying that it's not. What I am saying is that it's getting very black, like you said, black and white, but it's getting very dark. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody say boo to you and you all of a sudden was sexually harassed and
oh my God.
and
the same thing to me.
Right. And I'm just like, oh my God, wait, no. What was your response? I think that yes, I want women to progress. I want us to move forward and be treated as equals. And I know the part of the battle is to break down sexual barriers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a thing. But at the same time, we don't want to be weak. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to. I want to make sure I'm saying this right because I don't want to be like, we don't want to be weak. But we don't want to give away our power. The power of my voice. And the power of my voice comes from me saying to you that it's not okay. And I'm quick. Like I don't have sexual conversations in the first place. Like you're not gonna catch me having sexual conversations at work with people that I'm not comfortable with, because you'll catch it. But let me back it up just in case. You'll catch it, but it's gonna be at work with people I'm comfortable with. Now outside of that comfort zone, outside of that, I'm going to tell you, no, that's not okay. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem saying, no, that's not okay. Now, if I have to do more than say, no, that's not okay, then yes, we need to go see HR, or we need to talk to somebody. But I want to at least be then put out my power and say, no, I'm not okay with that, and that's not okay. And a lot of times, a lot of these stories, nobody said that was not okay, and you definitely didn't say it to the person, that's not okay, and you definitely didn't make your voice known. And then some of it sounds like you were scared to lose money, and so you tolerated some stuff, which that is not somebody else's fault. You didn't want to lose no money. But that's just my little spot on that, my particular spot on that. Now where I go next is, because when Kat was talking, she was talking about, I don't know, something she said, and it made me think of, remember women used to say, women over 40, this is another thing, women over 40 used to say, at this point, a Negro can walk in and I already know that he ain't it. That ain't
it. But you know what? Because again, I accept people for who they are and all this other stuff. So I'm not prejudging somebody, but if I'm one of those people who go off of a vibe, but sometimes it can be off because last situation, when I first met
He did.
I did not like him.
The whole relationship.
Because
I kept on shaking my head like, cause she would rip holes. Well, we ain't gonna go on there.
But the thing is, because like when I first, cause I'm very playful.
Right.
My personality is playful. And, you know, I spoke and I was like, you know, he was eating that rice. And I'm like, where mine? And cause, you know, he was working the wells.
Yeah,
well, and I was like, where mine at? First of all, I'm a big girl. I'm gonna make sure I eat right. Nothing else. And it was like his comeback was just like he thought I was really asking him to buy me something to eat. I don't know what type of females you're used to,
right?
But truth be told, I make more money than you.
That's real.
And so it's like I really wasn't feeling him,
right?
Or whatever. One day we got stationed together on a detail, and it's like after I talked to him, I was like, oh, he ain't that bad, you know what I'm saying? It was just that first impression was just, you know, we didn't click.
Right. We
became Facebook friends.
Right.
And he likes to be a antagonist.
Does.
But there is not a lot of logic to back up
what he say.
Some of the things that said.
Right.
So, like, I remember I was pissed when he was coming at you asking about relationships and religion. And you had responded or whatever and said whatever. And it's like he kept trying to engage you, like entice you into an argument or a debate.
Right.
And I'm like, she answered your question.
Right.
Just because it didn't fit the narrative that you wanted it to, she answered the question. She answered the question that, you know, that was her truth.
Right.
Period. And it shouldn't have, like, but you want to, how you arguing with somebody about how they live their life or where they stand on religion in their relationship.
Right.
Made absolutely no sense. And I'm like, I'm back to, I can't stand this. He's ignorant.
That part. She could not stand him. She could not stand him. But he kept on.
Well, I didn't know. I'm oblivious to it because I'm so open to everybody.
Right, but everybody outside of her,
I didn't see it.
Was like,
he was shooting his shot.
He was definitely shooting his shot for a while.
More than a year. I didn't see it. So one day we went to lunch and I just saw him in a completely different light. And I'm like, he ain't that bad. Then the next day we hung out.
Right.
And the mother in me took over because he sat over there, sat still for 40 minutes because he trying to meet me with shots.
Right. The representative.
I got 2 bars in my house. I want to say that.
The representative came and wrote a check his ass couldn't cash.
And I didn't even want him driving home that night. But he insisted. And but it's like, I saw a different side of him. But at the same time, it wasn't even a representative. I think he may have dissociative personality disorder, to be honest with you. I ain't really want, I ain't finished sugarcoat.
But shit. Her first,
I should have ran with my first motherfucking ride.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we have a first. Yeah.
People don't abandon people they love. People abandon people they were using. And that's what it was.
Right.
It was... right. You came in and represented yourself to be something that you could not keep up.
Right.
But the softer side of me, because I done let my guard down and let you in, but I'm not even finna get into that. I covered that. All that
we've discussed
in my initial story time.
Right.
But but guys overall nowadays don't.
It's not the same.
Well, I'm not gonna say all guys. I'm gonna say guys that I have come across.
Right.
Guys who approach me. They approach me in the same fashion that you approach them $40 blunt monkeys and all that. I don't get high. I have a
right. Okay, we just go.
I have a standard in which I will not deviate from anymore.
No. But here's what I'm gonna say. People in this, I don't see people in this generation because I'm generational. I think in generations, but people now are not the same. You know what I'm saying? It used to be a man's pride to take care of his wife and his woman and his house and his self. But now he's like, I'm trying to find somebody I can lay up in a house and just, you know what I'm saying? And my make that do what I do. Which was just make sure you got that.
Oh God, fix it.
So now we're dealing with a different mindset. Well, y'all mindset is different, and mine is still the same. Like I have an expectation. Like I don't need you to take care of me. You know what I'm saying?
I can finance myself.
I can finance myself. I really don't need you to take care of me, but I need you to have the ability to. You know what I'm saying? And the desire to, because you are a man, and that is the position that you play. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, that's the way I think. But it just so happens that men these days are not on that. I think we spent this whole time ranting about men. I'm still gonna post.
No, because again, I still am pro men, but I just need the fellas who that. Well, okay. Because, like, this is another one. I think we trying to shoot that shot.
Oh, he definitely did. But this time, I learned to shut my mouth. I just ain't saying nothing.
Good, honey. Airball. Don't shoot that shot with me. Some people are permanently, if you are friend zoned,
you are
friend zone.
Okay, well,
climbing out of it.
My friend zone is not the same as other women's friend zone. Because my friend zone is where I pull from. You know what I'm saying? Most times, if you're in my friend zone, it'll be a while.
No. Okay. Understand this. Any guy that I've ever been in a relationship with,
was friend zone.
It started out as a friendship.
Right.
Or whatever. I don't have a whole cemetery of bodies or nothing like that. But any man that I've ever laid with, we've had history.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's like... So, there are, like, levels to the friend zone. But certain people...
Friend zone.
You already know if I'm digging you. If I won't even allow you to... Because that one... I don't even allow you to talk dirty to me. Or crack a joke, a sexual joke. Anytime you say something, I shut up.
Conversation over.
Like, hopefully you will catch it because I'm trying to spare feelings. Because, I mean, you a cool person.
Right.
You're not a cool person for me.
Not a relationship person.
Not for me.
Not for me. Yeah.
Not for me.
And yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, but what's... Getting back to what I was trying to say, there are too many situations in which guys from what you would think would be our generation, they're encountering these young females or whatever who don't require nothing, or they are going after these Tupperware bitches who, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta catch your phrases for all y'all.
I mean, fake titties, fake ass, fake, like everything about, ain't nothing fake about me but my hair. But
I got lashes now.
But it's like you going after what look good or whatever, and you'll bend over backwards to try to get that.
To do what?
And it could be like a hallway. Throwing a tic-tac down the hallway. Because everybody is after that same thing.
Right.
They're not looking for a lot of guys who have pretended to want to get to know me. It's like their shit is superficial in its surface.
Right.
Because ultimately, and I understand the game is to, you know what I'm saying, all niggas want to smash. It's just what do they have to do in order to get it.
Right.
Or whatever. With me, you finna put in some work. Just like I said, just because I talk $1 million worth of shit, I'm not going to bust a grape in Welch's backyard unless you and I are already, like, we're there.
Right.
we're there.
Like, yeah, because the stuff I'm talking, like, when we open this up, the stuff I'm talking, this is
she still want a prisoner. I should have brought my cuffs downstairs. For work. For work.
Listen, I'm saying it out my mouth because sometimes, first of all, listen, it's only been 2 years, and I've only started even talking to men, over the summer. Like, I had 2 conversations. I've been ghosted like twice because technically, once I start saying, celibate and no sex, it just dries right up. so
wait. It dries up?
No.
Or the conversation?
The conversation dries right up. The conversation dries right up, ma'am.
I'm just asking. This is a conversation, right?
This is a conversation. But listen, so I've been ghosted like twice. And really, I'm not even in a place where I wanted to date. I just wanted to see what the conversation, what was out there. What was the temperature? Take the temperature of what's out here because, first of all, I keep on...
COVID.
First of all, I keep on having these conversations with people that are friends, and they like, well, Kerri, it's been, and it's time. How you know it's time? Who told you? Who told you it was time? Anyway, who told you it was time? But
you only you can make that determination.
And I'm the type of person that I'm so to myself. I feel like that it'll be time. And I won't even recognize this time. But I do have a tendency to let stuff go on so long and then pounce. Like, I will lose my whole mind. You say hi to me and you get molested. If not raped. Listen.
Did you just say the R word?
Scraped. We gonna edit that.
She lying. I'm gonna tell you why she lying. I'm gonna call it out. Remember, she want a prisoner. Because she don't want to do nothing.
I don't want to work.
But take that.
I do. I want there to be something to take. First of all, let's just start it out there. Let's just start it out there. And but it still is not something that's going to happen no time soon because I'm not even putting myself out there for real, and I'm not even giving anybody else a chance to put themselves out there. So just in case you forgot. You get blocked. I am not interested for real. I am not. I'm not in the mood for.
I'm trying to turn it down. It wouldn't go down. I'm sorry. Nothing.
Oh my God. So anyway, are we wrapping this up?
We can.
Anyway,
she just wants somebody that's gonna give it to her.
We probably gonna finish this conversation.
We should have finished it on camera. What we should have done.
Because we have 42 minutes.
I will.
But we looking fabulous on this camera.
Girl, I'm looking fat till it's on this camera. But she's cute. She cute. Wait. Remember, there's a problem. She cute.
What?
You know what I'm talking about?
I'll let you know. Okay, because I
wasn't supposed to talk about it no more. With it being an issue with me saying shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
She's beautiful.
The ignoramus. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna give her this to chop up because it's not my job.
No, it ain't.
I think this is